And now we turn to honoring a 4-H'er from Michigan, whose personal revolution challenges all to step up and lead in this complex and changing world. And to help us introduce this young 4-H'er to you, I'd like to welcome Russ Petrella, the president of United Healthcare Community and State. Russ also serves as our National 4-H Council Board of Trustees and is responsible for United Healthcare's generous support of 4-H's Healthy Living program taking place nationwide. Russ?
Thank you, Don. It's my distinct honor tonight to represent the National 4-H Council Board of Trustees and to present this year's award for the 4-H Youth in Action. The 4-H member that I have the honor to introduce to you tonight is an individual who's really leading his own revolution of responsibility. This is an individual who looked around his community, he saw a need, and when he saw that need, he opened his heart, he rolled up his sleeves, and he did something about it. This is the kind of individual who is a leader that our country needs more youth leaders like this. His name is Nate Seese. He's 15 years old, and this is his story.
Hi, I'm Nate Seese, and I'm from Byron Center in Kent County, Michigan. I started showing sheep about 4 years ago as my 4-H project. When it came time to sell the animals, me and my dad tried to do something a little different. Instead of just auctioning them off, we decided to do something to help the community. It's hard to believe that people in Byron Center don't have enough to feed their families. I wanted to help do something about that, so I donated the meat to the local food pantry, the Bice Community Assistance Center. This year, I raised pigs and sheep, and I was able to give 500 pounds of meat to the center. I asked local businesses if they wanted to be part of a group that buys my animals at auction. So they bought the animals, but they didn't keep them. They let my dad and I take them to Byron Center Meats. That was another business that gave their time and services to process the meat.
I think it teaches a lot of lessons to kids, different responsibilities that help them the rest of their life. It's a great program. It's good for kids. It's good for the community.
Protein is one of the things that is difficult for those in need to acquire, and Bice has appreciated the fact that they can provide that fresh meat to local people that are a little bit down on their luck right now.
We serve 250 families a week. It's very much appreciated. We need every little bit that we can get.
I have the responsibility of taking care of the animals. It's a lot of hard work, but I think I have a little bit more responsibility for helping to make a difference in my town. 4-H has taught me that we can't just sit back and wait for somebody to take the lead. We have to take the lead if we want to make a change.
By making the kids responsible and actually becoming responsible at a very young age, we're developing leaders for the future, and we're ensuring that we're going to have wonderful leadership in our country for the next 50 years, 60 years to come.
Join the revolution of responsibility.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in recognizing Nate Seese. Nate. Nate, it's my honor, my pleasure to give you this award, to recognize what you've done. You truly embody the spirit of 4-H, and you truly are leading your own revolution of responsibility. Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Petrella. Hello, everyone. It's really great honor to receive this award. I'm very grateful, and I feel that tonight I'm really representing the millions of other 4-H members that I know are also taking action in their own towns. It takes all of us working together to change things, and I know I couldn't have done anything if not for a lot of other people. If not for the Bidding for Good buying group who agreed to buy my animals at auction and then donate the meat to the community, if not for the people at Byron Center Meats who were so giving of their time and use of their equipment, if not for my father, who taught me that getting things done takes cooperation in building relationships and being a kind person that others can count on. And if not for Glenda Kilpatrick, our county agent, me and thousands of other kids wouldn't have had the chance to experience 4-H and what it feels like to serve others. The video they played shows what I did and what we did, but it doesn't show you what I learned. I learned that when factories close in Detroit, people feel it all over the world, but especially in Michigan, even in Byron Center. My mom volunteers at Bice Community Assistance Center, our local food pantry, and she saw it firsthand. She saw how many people showed up hungry. That's actually where I got the idea to do this. I learned how good it feels to give back, to see people walking out of the food bank grateful for meat, for the protein that otherwise couldn't afford to feed their families. I learned how lucky I am to have a home, to feel safe, to not worry whether we can afford to feed ourselves. Mostly, I learned what a good, kind, and generous world we live in. It's amazing how eager most people are to help, how easily their hearts open to people less fortunate than themselves. I didn't have to beg anybody. I just had to open their eyes to a problem and let them know that I was willing to lead in helping fix it. Last but not least, I learned the true value of 4-H. In 4-H, we learn that we are responsible for ourselves and for our fellow human beings. I learned the importance of agriculture and the impact of having enough food or not having enough can have on the community. For every pound of food we raise, we have the potential to do tons of good. That's what I feel like. That's what it feels like to give back. That's what we learn in 4-H. And that's what makes all this work, all the mornings where you have to get up at 4 a.m. worth it. Thank you for all the support and encouragement of me and the millions of 4-H'ers like me.